Welcome to another episode of the Turnbuckle. Alright, we're doing a segment on Raw, November 2nd. To my left.
Did you put this shit of a speech?
Yeah, this is text-to-speech. We are doing Raw, November 2nd, 2015.
As soon as we start, I ruin everything.
You always do.
Yeah, the outsider's here in place of denial.
So it's kind of different because Daniel would not interrupt me.
It'll be a nice. It's gonna be a nice perspective change. I like it. I'm for it.
And then to my left,
Kyle Gresham.
And in the middle, your Microsoft boy, Sam.
Nikki J. All right, so Raw kicked off tonight with your boy Roman Reigns.
My boy.
Your boy.
Our boy.
Not my boy. Anytime he kicks something off.
He was at Reservoir Dogs, he'd be Mr. Wet.
True.
Yeah. So he kicks off tonight, and, you know, I hate when he kicks off, when he gets the mic, because it's terrible. I feel like he's going to mess up any second.
Which he usually does, apparently.
And, of course, he did today. Yeah. Like, when he was talking about it, like, talking about coming after Seth Rollins for the belt, he's like, I'm going to be the next. He wanted to say new champion, but instead he said next champion.
I mean, technically, new champion wouldn't be wrong.
He would. I don't know why he kind of stopped, but you can tell he wanted to say new. But he kind of stopped and he giggled a little bit. He like smirked and he kind of laughed, and you knew he fucked up.
He has been pretty giggly lately. I don't know what happened. Like ever since he came back from his injury, he's gotten real giggly.
Maybe he's had like a problem with getting injured. When he gets in the ring, he's kind of worried about that. So they gave him Valium or something.
Well, every time he comes out, he just popping pills right before he comes out.
Yeah,
that's how he gets so wet.
Yeah, like a Xanax.
He popped the Molly, he's sweating.
Yeah.
All right,
that makes sense.
See?
So he comes out there and he talks about beating the shit out of Seth Rollins.
You know what? Actually, that makes sense. He's the one that gets real Molly. But they tell Dean Ambrose he's getting Molly. He's getting meth bombs.
Yeah, he's getting super meth.
Yeah, so he's just fucked up.
Poor guy.
That makes sense. He might like it.
That's why they're best friends.
Yeah.
They share drugs.
Yeah, like needles too.
And blankets.
So, of course, their other best friend, Seth Rollins, came out there to talk. And,
Mr. CrossFit.
And so, of course, they kicked off a promo between them to start off this, I wouldn't say new rivalry, just something that it's been building up over the past, what? Has it been a year?
About a year. Yeah.
Since S.H.I.E.L.D. broken up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching
about a year and a half
episodes with you guys.
It's about a year and a half since they broken up, and so it's about a year and a half in the making. So you went from fighting Dean Ambrose to finally fighting Roman Reigns.
The next Shield member.
And so he does a promo with Roman Reigns, and then of course the Authority comes out to say what the big match is, and
the Authority's Triple H and some guys.
Yeah,
and
it's just not even Kane anymore. Like the Authority's basically done. It's just Triple H and Stephanie and Seth Rollins, and so they're just like, oh well, since Survivor Series is coming up, let's have a Survivor Series match where it's 5 versus 5 Survivor Series elimination.
I like that they did that. This is the second week in a row.
They did something new.
That they've changed up the main event match type. Mm-hmm. So I like it.
It's
I'm a
not
big
the
fan.
usual. I was like, oh my gosh. So it's Roman Reigns has to pick his, team.
His squad.
And then Seth Rollins has to pick his team. And you kind of knew, like, for me, I was like, oh my gosh. Roman Reigns is going to pick the same people. He's going to pick like Ziggler, Bareback, just the baby faces of the roster. And then
as it came to a giant shock.
Well, we'll get later. We'll get there.
Cliffhanger. Leave you on that cliffhanger.
Like that. I was just thinking about that. And then after that, it kicks off with Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. For some weird reason. Oh, no.
Kevin Owens is the worst thing of
Not
all
for
time.
any title matches. It was just those two fighting. Yeah. And, of course, my boy Tyler Breeze comes in there. What I like what they did, though. They did something new with this match. Summer Rae came out there with her camera, and you could actually watch live from her camera.
Wasn't there some guy that does an intro where he selfies himself?
Yeah, that's him.
That's Tyler Breeze.
That's Tyler Breeze. But so he's doing his selfie things. She was also filming with her phone.
Periscoping?
In a way, yeah. But you could actually go to Tyler Breeze's Facebook fan page and watch from her perspective. But cool. It was actually ahead of Raw. So it was kind of delay.
Oh, so she was pirating Raw.
That's illegal.
It was ahead.
Did she have express written consent?
Of up to 5 years and $250,000 fine. I read that off the DVDs that I get legally.
Oh God.
But for 8 minutes though, they had at least 25,000 people watching it live.
You wouldn't steal a purse.
More.
Even Triple H was watching it live.
You wouldn't live stream a car. That's more views than we're ever gonna get.
Yeah, it's true.
Is. I have faith in us. Yeah. I think we're gonna hit.
You just have to believe.
100K. Yeah, believe, guys. Believe. So, I thought that was kind of like interesting to watch. It was something new. They're throwing off curveballs. Triple H is, so it's nice.
They need to.
They really do.
Ratings are down. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Cause
look, how convenient. Ratings are down. They introduced Kevin Owens. Ratings are down. Literal human
actually, ratings went up when they introduced him.
Let's talk about this.
Why do you hate Kevin Owens?
You don't like Kevin Owens.
He's garbage.
You seem to have a personal grudge against this man.
Look at the man.
Has he hurt you in some way?
Did he diddle you?
Mentally or physically?
Yeah, when I saw him come out for the very first time, I felt like
when he came out, you came out.
No, that's not how it works.
That was pretty funny. I like it. Good job. That was good.
He walked out on stage and I felt like I was molested.
So, he diddled you.
On a spiritual level.
I like him.
On a spiritual level? What does that mean?
Like, why? It's like, you're really not giving us a reason why.
Alright.
They know the reason why I hate Bareback. They know the reason why I'm not a big fan of Roman Reigns. And
because you're not a fan of talent.
Got him.
Have you seen him on the mic?
Have you seen Kevin Owens in life?
Kevin Owens is amazing.
So your big thing seems to be just his overall
persona,
appearance, his aura, if you will.
Exactly, that's why I said it. A spiritual
he gives
level.
off a douche vibe.
Not necessarily just a douche vibe, but it's just there's just something that's
not right.
Yeah,
I mean, I get you.
You know, I get a very Jared Fogler sort of. No, but there's just something about this guy that I'm just The second I see him, no.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't get that with anybody else. Like Bo Dallas, like of all the 5 wrestlers I actually know about.
Bo Dallas isn't even.
Yeah, but I mean, even when I saw him good on stage, like the 2 times I saw him, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it's like with me with Bareback. I feel like Bareback is really
bland,
a douche in like real life. Yeah. Like in the locker room, I feel like he's like, man, don't fuck with me, man.
I don't know.
Let me put these on. Let me do a couple. Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy to me.
I think he's just a normal-ish kind of guy.
I just
think he's not like Randy Orton.
I just feel like he wants to be number 1, and he's just.
I mean, shouldn't that be everybody's thing? Everybody wants to be number 1.
I feel like the way he's doing it is, like, I don't know. I don't like Bareback.
I don't like Kevin Owens. What was that?
He had a seizure. He hates him so much he had a seizure.
I really do hate Bareback.
Yeah?
Alright, what was the next match?
Oh, well, Kevin Owens won. You're welcome. Of course he wins. It's Kevin Owens.
Okay. Sweet.
Cesaro versus The Miz.
Ah, really?
This was during my break, so I really don't.
You're gonna waste Cesaro like that? That's what they're not using him properly. He needs to be...
They've never used him properly. Have you ever thought of
when
that?
he was fighting John Cena.
That was like
he had some really good matches. He had some really good... Those 2 matches were really good.
It depends on who he's fighting.
I don't know why he's not in contention for some title. That's where he needs to be. Doesn't matter if it's the U.S.
Well, the thing is, he's just really plain outside of his actual literal wrestling. Like, from what I've seen of him, it's just like bald dude that spins a guy around. Like, I've heard him talk on the mic before. Like, from the 3 episodes I've watched,
he doesn't really talk that much.
Exactly. I don't know anything about him. I consistently forget he's the Swiss dude, and I think he's just like some Albanian guy.
To me, he's like an innovator. It's like that spinning uppercut.
The Shoryuken?
You know that shit.
He's got a lot of cool moves.
He just, every time you watch him,
when he throws fireballs,
he always does something new. Like he's just always trying to better himself, better everything. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna do something I didn't do last time.
Yeah. I expect that.
Yeah, that's why I like Cesaro. It's like every time you watch him, there's something new he's doing.
He's just incredibly strong.
Yeah, he's very, very big. Very strong man.
Yeah.
And I think Cesaro won.
Oh, I want to
say Cesaro won.
I mean,
this was during my break, so.
Did the Miz get a black eye?
I mean, it's the Miz. He hasn't really done anything.
Yeah,
except he only does Miz TV, and then that's really about it. When he shows up, he gets his ass beat.
That's fine.
So, other than that, Bray Wyatt made a promo after that about
best promos in the game. By far. Besides Paul Heyman.
And his promo was to show the Brothers of Destruction, that he has their power. So
He has their power.
The life out
and
like he's showing clips of them through the years. Just through the years. Just clips of them through the years, when they first became a tag team. And then, when the last time, which was a couple years ago?
Yeah. Brothers
of Destruction is Kane and Undertaker.
Oh.
Good catch.
I knew he wasn't talking, and his face was just like,
what? Yeah.
I don't know shit about wrestling.
Is this some band of supervillains?
See, I had trouble. I thought Kane was Triple H for a very long time because I never saw them both wrestle at the same time.
Just like comic books, he doesn't understand.
Exactly. That's why I like having you around.
Because we have to teach
I don't know
you this.
shit.
Yeah.
Exactly, but you bring a different perspective.
And then you listen to us, and you're like, "This is why I don't."
That's true.
Watch wrestling.
We confirm all of your beliefs.
Brothers of Destruction. That sounds lame. Some guy who comes out there with a selfie stick, some fat dude who for some reason has a belt.
Some piece of shit that walks on the stage who gives off Jared Fogler.
That's why I was agreeing with you with that one. Some fat dude.
Yeah, exactly. See, even he's just a fucking lame.
He's a fat guy, and a lot of people don't like that about him.
He's a fucking lame.
They think that he shouldn't really be there because everyone should be like the superhero.
I don't understand what makes him a good wrestler. What are the traits he has that make him a good wrestler? See, you had a sigh, and now you have to contemplate it. See, you have nothing.
For him, it's for his... No.
Well, for his size, it is...
Yeah, for his size, he can, do a lot. Acrobatics. Yes.
Really?
He does the backflip.
I'll give you that.
He's
pretty agile.
Yes, for being a big guy. And just like Cesaro, he does a lot of innovative moves.
He'll poke you in the eyes.
Well, he'll just come up with moves. Like in NXT, he did that shit, and then...
Well, that's not NXT
He brought that here when he was fighting John Cena. And then, they kind of just...
Yeah, I'm going to... John Cena, let me pick you up on my back. Fingers in the eyes.
He started off strong. And
then he fell off real quick, apparently.
They just gave him some bad matches. And then when he got the IC title, I think right now he's doing a good job. He had some pretty good matches. Like last week when he fought Cesaro. That was an amazing match he had with him.
Because it was Cesaro. See, the thing is, you were saying he had some bad matchups and those matches look like garbage. Well, Cesaro makes his bad matches look like good matches because apparently he's
Do you know
really
who he was facing before Cesaro?
Who was he facing before
Cesaro? Bareback.
Yeah, who's easy to make look good against.
It was terrible. That's when he was doing bad.
Yeah, but you've already got a weird bias towards Ryback, so you're going to think anybody who wrestles him was bad. So
Yeah.
And I like Ryback, but not because he's a good wrestler. I just think he's fucking humongous.
Yeah, he's a cool guy to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's so big. I wouldn't
really go so far to say he's a cool guy to watch because he's kind of boring. But
he's big.
But holy
he's
crap,
a monster.
He's a fucking mass monster.
He does tear through people, and it's nice. But after a while, you're just like,
that's weird when you put it like that.
Shut up.
It's nice watching tear through.
Nice. Yeah. He just runs through the whole roster.
I just kind of get sick of his mic skills, and when he comes out there and he just talks about
it seems to be a weird thing for you.
When he's to
where it's more about mic skills.
I like someone
than actual wrestling skills.
I like someone who gets.
Why do you put that?
I like a charismatic person who comes out there because it's not only with wrestling. You also have to carry yourself with. You have to be charismatic. You have to come out there and you have to own it. Like with Ryback, he comes out there and he just does the same. I'm the underdog. You guys have to be on my side because of what I've been through. After injury, I come back and I just keep fighting. And then they just knock me down. They won't give me the title. And then it's just,
most of the stuff is this written story that they have to do this. That's where I get lost in this soap opera.
With some of them, they do write them because they can't
freestyle.
Yeah. Like Bray Wyatt, he freestyles all that shit. He knows what to say. He knows what he's going to do when he goes out there. Seth Rollins, I'm beginning to think Seth Rollins sitting there freestyling a lot of his shit.
No, all the top talkers, they more than likely do.
Yeah.
Because then it sounds more organic that way.
Yeah.
I just never... If they're good on the mic, cool, whatever, but I'm always going to put wrestling skills over...
well, like
so
Bo
Kevin
Dallas.
Owens must be at the very bottom.
No, like Bo Dallas. Like, Bo Dallas is good on the mic.
In a way
That's
you
great,
have to really hate him.
But he can't wrestle.
But
so they're also using him wrong, though. I feel like maybe Bo... In NXT, Bo could wrestle.
I think maybe he could be janitorial.
They're just using Bo wrong right now.
I don't understand how he's okay with I guess maybe he just has a real big passion for shittily wrestling, but to run around in a white diaper and white boots and
it's almost demeaning.
I feel like in my position I would.
It's something they give him. It's like Neville. It's like I think that's
exactly.
kind of stupid that they make him like to be some kind of superhero. I think
it's better than Bo fucking Dallas.
It's
better than Kevin No Personality Owens. It's better than
Fandango. Fandango got that was stupid. His persona, that whole dancing thing, that was kind of.
Adam Rose.
Same with Adam Rose too.
Is a fucking cornball.
The Miz is good on the mic though.
Yeah, but he's a fucking cornball.
Yeah, he's supposed to be though.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
He's good at being a cornball.
Right. I have a really
which is why he has longevity.
Yeah, I have such a. It's a weird disconnect for me. It's just wrestling. I don't feel like I fit in. Yeah. It's like there's people that are cornballs on purpose.
He is,
and like they make people do demeaning things on purpose.
And that's where the line blurs. Like as a fan, you have to be able to pick on. Okay, are they being corny on purpose, or are they being corny because they just blow? Like. It's a weird thing.
All of it, and it's just like I don't feel welcome into that.
And it sucks because it's like Bo Dallas is a good example. He wants to be a good wrestler, but they're like, I'm sorry,
you suck. Look at your character that we wrote for
you. The character that we wrote that we gave you
isn't working.
Yeah, so
but it's not necessarily his.
It's like Adam Rose, and he called them out on it. He said, I think it was on NXT. He's like, well, the stuff that they gave me, it's not working, and so now I'm back here at NXT. Yeah.
But if you think about it, if you're good, you can make anything work. Look what happened with the New Day. They gave them the shittiest
positive thing.
Fucking thing they could have done. Made them stereotypical black preachers. Mm-hmm. And they turned that shit around with the quickness.
Well, that's because they were getting booed and no one liked them.
Exactly.
Going down. And that's when they personally was like, let us do what we want to do. Trust us.
And
we have this.
They were good enough to turn it around. So I think at a point, it's going to be on you as a wrestler to say, okay, this is what I have. It might suck, but I'm going to make this work somehow. You just have to give that opportunity. That's true, and a lot of that's opportunity.
It was like with DX. Like, Vince was like, no, I don't want you guys doing the DX thing. That's not going to work. And then Triple H was like, and Shawn Michaels were like, no, this is going to work. Let's do this. And so he's like, fine,
do it. Out of touch with reality, though.
So. That's true. Right now, I think he is, yeah.
I think he always has been.
I think during
the... You didn't know what burritos were.
It's wrestling, dude. Of course you're going to be out of reality.
No, but I mean, like, Vince is like a step further than... I'm sure... Triple H seems like a reasonable person.
Because he was a wrestler. Like, Vince McMahon was never a wrestler. He was on... He was
just given the business, pretty much.
He was a commentator, yeah. His grandfather was a promotional person, and his dad was a promoter.
Shit I have never heard about.
And then he was a promoter. He was a commentator, and then he became a promoter. And then that's when he was like... Oh, well, he was still commentating with WWF, and that's when Steve Austin came.
That's when the pandas had the chairs, and there were bears and kangaroos.
We should do, like, a segment, like, us explaining, like, WCW and, like, some of the other different people, like Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno.
And Mr. Ass.
Anyway, so, Bray Wyatt did a promo.
Yes, we said all that to say this.
With The Undertaker, like about The Undertaker and Kane. So I'm guessing that's going to be a match between the Brothers of Destruction versus the Wyatt family, but they're going to have to find two other people and make it a Survivor Series elimination.
Bo Dallas. And Kevin Owens.
Oh God.
I don't know anyone who would join their side.
Yeah, like who? Not only would they have to be free from other feuds, they would have to fit in with the team.
The big dude and the Wyatt guys.
To face the Wyatts.
Face the Wyatts.
They're facing the Wyatts.
Oh, the guys from Ascension.
Hey, I've said this on every episode that we've
fucking
done.
Kano and other Kano.
Ascension for Prez.
No, Ascension with them.
I want the Ascension to be pushed somehow, and I guess that'd be good for it.
They're sticking them with Stardust, who is not doing anything.
Not right now, anyway.
So that
but he's like a comic book dude that's just like biding his time and sitting there.
Yeah.
So I guess meditating or something.
If they do decide to go in that direction, I just don't know who they can get, who would fit in on a team.
2 other dudes, yeah.
Well, I mean,
so these are all like evilly kind of dudes.
The Wyatts are.
And who are the guys? Who are they gonna fight?
Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah. So 2 other evilly dudes.
Yeah, we need 2 other evilly dudes.
But there's not any.
Those 2.
I mean,
throw them into the biggest fucking thing.
The only way that I can imagine them doing is putting somebody like John Cena, but he's going to be out for Survivor Series.
Randy Orton.
So he's out for a good long while. I don't know.
I can't even see John Cena in there. That's just.
I don't know who
Roman Reigns.
Who they could. He's going to be busy doing his title fight with Seth Rollins.
Hey, he could do 2 fights.
And then I
feel. But
I want to know what Dean Ambrose is going to be doing.
Triple H comes.
I don't know if Dean Ambrose is going to interrupt the match with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
I just want Dean to fight for the IC title. That's all I want.
Since all these evil dudes are throwing mystical energies about and the universe is going to explode or something, Triple H has to come in and set the
that could actually happen since... we'll get there. Main event. Anyways, after
Dolph
that,
Ziggler.
It was a tag match. Lucha Dragons versus King Barrett and Sheamus.
Team Euro.
You know what? Sheamus is also on my list of deplorable human beings.
I'm with you. I don't like Sheamus.
He is a very, very good wrestler.
That was a stupid mistake for giving him.
He's a very, very good wrestler. But the same way that you feel just not having a right feeling about Kevin Owens, I feel that way about Sheamus. Just something is just not quite right. I won't deny his wrestling skills.
Yeah, and
he's really good.
Mohawk, and it's not his
it's not his appearance. It's just
even his wrestling skills. They're just getting so.
I think he's really bland.
Maybe that's boring. What it is. He's just getting boring.
And
I think
Ouroboros on his penis really weirds me out.
He's just used up right now. He just needs to go on commentary.
No,
with JBL.
I think it's a very bad decision to put him on commentary.
Just let him do something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If they're serious,
they need to Mark Henry him.
They almost sound serious about making him part of the tag division, which I wouldn't be upset about. Having him and King Barrett add another tag team to the lineup of already weak tag teams that they have. They could never have enough tag teams.
They got a lot of tag teams, but one belt. This is when they need to split them into 2 different brands and have 2 different tag belts.
I mean, even if they don't, I think that's something that they really need to consider. And it almost seems like they're going that way. They've been teaming up a lot.
Yeah, with Rusev, but even though Rusev is out
Rusev's hurt
for a while.
And they put them up against an actual established tag team. So it feels like they're pushing
and
it that way.
And they did pretty well. You know, it was a long match.
It felt like, though, it's just a match to push the Lucha Dragons because they got that huge video package in the beginning of showing their accomplishments and then how they do the high flying stuff.
Of being a subpar.
What are they going to promote them to?
It almost sounds like they're going to be somehow in contention
with
for the titles.
And New Day.
That's why I'm saying. It feels like they're going to a whole multi-team title defense for SummerSlam.
Well, maybe Vince McMahon is just on another level that all politics are talking about their immigration situation, and they're now promoting some luchadors. And Alberto Del Rio just came back.
I was going to say, speaking of, that was the next
match is Alberto Del Rio, and they had a little
Jack Donald Trump swagger
promo,
the return
of Jack Swagger, which everyone knew was going to happen.
Eventually, you can't just have Zeb Colter running around preaching about America and Mexico together without Jack Swagger getting upset.
So Jack Swagger shows up.
He was not happy.
He wasn't.
you can hear it in his lisp that he wasn't happy.
Oh, you know who has a haircut that's pretty similar to Jack Swagger?
Yeah, don't take that hat. Jesus Christ. Watch that
Except
shit.
his looked a lot better.
Yeah, his did look better. I like
it. It did cost $5.
Yeah, $3.
Yeah.
So he shows up.
I meant you left a tip.
And he starts beef with Alberto Del Rio. And Del Rio looked like he did not understand what Jack Swagger was saying.
Wow, racist. He can speak English too.
He kind of just showed up and was like, just leave us alone.
Yeah, like a regular person would.
You know what was creepy though? I mentioned it when we watched it. Alberto Del Rio comes wearing the belt, but his like bikini was kind of
bikini bottoms.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of fit in with the belt. So it looked like he was wearing literally nothing but a belt on. It kind of creeped me out a little bit.
It was kind of weird.
I think that can make for a good feud. Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio for the title.
Jack Swagger versus anybody of color.
Yeah.
But why? I just don't like how you would bring Jack Swagger back just for him to lose to Alberto Del Rio.
You don't know if he'll lose.
He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose.
If they have a good back and forth, that's all that I care about.
I think he's gonna lose, and then at TLC, John Cena is gonna come back and face Alberto Del Rio for the U.S. title again.
We'll see.
And then he's gonna join Jack Swagger.
This is one of those feuds that can go in so many different directions which is nice. It's good not to be able to predict what's gonna happen next.
Do you think Jack Swagger's cool with having to do like a whole semi-racist sort of thing? Like,
fuck no. Like, there's no way he wakes up every morning and is like,
you know what?
Fuck.
Maybe he propositioned Vince McMahon to be like, look, I need a new character. Got it right here. Boom. Read the script. Vince McMahon's like, oh.
Vince looks at it. He's like, so I'm just gonna give you your check for this week, and he's like, all right then. I'm just gonna keep being a racist. Yeah. If you're paying me this much, I'll keep.
Wasn't Vince McMahon a big fan of Stone Cold, or was he a fan of the other guy?
He loves Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
I mean, his favorite is Undertaker though. That's his favorite.
He's also
wrestler.
a white dude.
Anyways, Alberto Del Rio faced R-Truth, who we haven't seen in a long time.
Since he was in contention for the IC title.
Yeah, which was months ago.
Almost towards Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Which, I like R-Truth. They need to bring him back. Like,
I
make
can
him
see
do
him,
more.
yeah.
I'll put him
There's a lot.
Put him with New Day.
Picks.
He would fit in so well with New Day.
Why?
His personality is
What
so
else?
charismatic.
What else?
His wrestling skills.
What else?
Actually, I think his flip kicks and stuff
His
really
flip
fit
kicks,
with
yeah.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
But then you might get them mixed up. At least I would.
I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I don't watch this anywhere near consistently enough to figure out who's who.
Anyways, Alberto Del Rio won. No surprise there. It was kind of like just a match to make Alberto seem strong.
Which he did because R-Truth put up a pretty good fight what I was expecting.
I
thought it was going to be a one and done for R-Truth, take a finisher and be done with it. But, he gave it his all.
Yeah, it's weird when you see somebody that's hyped up when they, get back in the ring after being gone for a little while. Like, I'm ready to fight, get knocked out in like 3 seconds and roll out of the ring. That'd be dumb.
Yeah. It's happened, though.
It does happen.
It's happened. I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're segueing into.
Yeah.
So this next match is my favorite. The Divas 4-Way.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, with the deaf girl.
Yes, with...
God damn it, she's not
She's
fucking
not
deaf.
deaf.
You too?
With Becky Lynch.
Well, he gives
He's
me
not
strong,
deaf, Irish.
He gives me strong evidence to believe she is.
Paige. Brie Bella, not Nikki Bella.
Interesting choice.
Sasha Banks.
Is there any reason why they picked her over Nikki? Is it just because
Nikki is with John Cena.
Yeah, she's out doing. I think they're filming some reality show. Or something,
like
something
they're
dumb like that.
they're on vacation.
Yeah, whatever.
Because they're dating, so they're on vacation.
Fuck them.
So Brie's just like, all right, I can.
I'll go with you, hubby, or not hubby. She wants that.
I mean, there's a pretty cool segment before the match with Sasha Banks getting interviewed.
Who is that?
JoJo. Was that JoJo?
Yeah, it was JoJo.
That was JoJo.
That's her bizarre interviews.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, with Sasha Banks. I really, really, really want her to be in the title picture. But
not yet. I think it's gonna happen at TLC.
But Paige ends up winning, which I'm not mad at.
It was a good match though.
It was a very good match.
I liked
a lot of good back and forth.
It was long, but yeah, Paige won. I was not happy about that. I wanted Becky Lynch, the Irish girl, not deaf girl, to win.
No, I can't get into her.
What, Paige or Becky Lynch?
Becky Lynch.
I like Becky Lynch. I think she's cute.
So that's why you want her to win.
Yeah. Isn't that why?
You chauvinistic
Isn't that why you want Paige to win?
No, because she's a good wrestler. Because she's aggressive as shit.
She's very aggressive.
You don't see that very often, and I like that.
I'm glad Brie didn't get it.
Well, yeah, because she's.
So as long as any of them got it except for Brie. But Paige got it, so I'm happy about that. I don't think Sasha.
You just weren't 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
What?
That Paige got it.
I'm more happy that she got it than
Brie.
Yes, I did not want Brie to win it. I don't think it's Sasha's time. Like there needs to be.
They're taking their sweet time.
Because with Sasha, she's that person that there needs to be a big build up to.
I guess maybe that's what they're doing.
Build up with Sasha because she's that good. I don't. It's like kind of like I think that's the thing with Roman Reigns is. I think Roman Reigns is going to be good with the belt.
Give him a pep talk or something.
And that's why I think maybe right now Roman deserves the belt. But a year ago, I don't think he deserved the belt at Royal Rumble because they need to build him up. He just came back out of surgery. I think it was stupid.
And he didn't get it.
Yes,
right?
I'm glad because
so it all worked out.
I know it was good. They need to build him up, and now he's really built up right now. And I think it's his time to get it. So I'm hopping on the Roman Reigns train.
No, it's too late. That left you, bro.
10 minutes ago you weren't.
Sorry, bro.
10 minutes ago he wasn't.
I don't like his mic skills.
Fickle ass wrestling.
I don't like his mic skills.
Hey,
but
your mic skills suck, apparently, bro.
But you are a wrestler.
But with Sasha, I'm like, they need to take their time with these characters.
Talk to your cousin.
And then with Becky Lynch, I don't think she deserves the belt right now either.
Yeah.
So the obvious choice was Paige.
I'm happy. I like her as champ.
So yeah.
She makes me happy.
And then after that, it went into our main event. So throughout the night, Seth Rollins has been.
We totally skipped over the Usos.
That's what we were just about to talk about.
Was that the main event?
Yes.
Yeah. Really?
Yes. That was supposed to be the surprise in the main event.
You can still do it. I can edit that out.
Thank you.
I thought we missed a match.
No. And so Seth Rollins is, throughout the night, recruiting people for his team. And so he recruited New Day.
All 3 members of New Day.
All 3 members.
3. That was
Xavier Woods came back tonight.
With a trumpet.
He's been MIA for a couple of weeks.
Unicorns.
Oh, it's a unicorn.
Unicorns,
bro.
Magic powers, bro. Magic powers. Come on.
Is that really what that is?
Touch.
That's what that is?
Yeah. That was on their shirt, the unicorn.
Yeah. They were all riding on the unicorn. Yeah. God, that's such a great shirt.
So,
I really need that shirt. If anybody out there wants to buy me that shirt,
please get 3 of us. We'll all wear it. I'll wear that shit.
I'm a large.
Trombone.
I'm a medium.
Small. It's a small.
Dude, I may break. Anyways, so he also recruits Kevin Owens, my boy. Your favorite guy. My favorite guy.
Worst decision you can ever
Kevin
make
Owens,
in life.
And I'm excited for this. At the same time, I'm like, New Day? I'm like...
Look, bet it all on Double Black over Kevin Owens or something.
It was kind of a weird team.
But I mean, it's serviceable for what they needed it for, to tell the story that they were trying to tell.
For some reason, I love it when Seth Rollins teams up with New Day.
Me too. Their interactions are so
because Seth Rollins is like, oh, fuck. Why am I with these guys?
That's the best. The expression on his face when they're talking.
He's good at doing that disdain.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hats off to
But when he was
Rollins.
with Kevin Owens, I like that connection with him and Kevin Owens because they're both assholes.
Yeah.
And so that's Seth Rollins' team.
I think what I see is Seth Rollins is like, yeah, I'm a cool guy. I'm going to my cool stuff. Kevin was like, oh my god, you're Seth Rollins, dude. You're so cool, man. Oh my god, that's so cool. Like that's what I imagine in real life what their characters would be like. He's following him like, oh, you're the cool dude. I'm gonna follow the cool guy. And he's the cool guy's my friend.
That's
get
my
me
friend.
Girls and be cool and stuff.
Highly doubt it.
I have a title too.
He's got a title.
So are we best friends now?
Yeah. You got a title. I got a title. We're like the top dudes.
We can share a limo.
Yeah.
We can order pizza.
Bus.
In the limo with the limo phone.
Sleepovers.
You know what? And Seth Rollins is like, yeah, dude, we'll both get in the limo. You sit up front. Can you roll the partition up real quick? Yeah,
Seth Rollins seems like the kind of guy like he's like, yeah, sure. Whatever.
I
gotta go. I got a family thing that I need to go.
I gotta move a pool table.
I gotta hang out with my hot girlfriend who keeps leaking nudes of me.
Click.
Yeah, CrossFit or something.
Yeah, CrossFit or something. Because fucking Kevin Owens ain't doing no CrossFit.
So that's Seth Rollins' team, and so no one knows Roman Reigns' team. So Roman Reigns gets out there, and so he just he does his smirk. And then all of a sudden, it's the Usos, who's been gone for...
Since WrestleMania.
They left at WrestleMania when Jimmy or Jay, I don't know
ripped his leg off or something.
Had the injury.
It was a shoulder injury.
Yeah, shoulder injury. So they finally came back. Exciting.
Very, very surprising that they would make their debut back
in this
kind of match and not a tag match.
Yeah, in a tag match.
So it caught most people off surprise.
Was the tag match?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Not a traditional tag
match. And it was cool that they were with Roman Reigns, their cousin.
Yep.
And then, of course, you knew Dean Ambrose was going to be with Roman Reigns.
Obviously. I thought it was going to be The Rock.
And then you got Bareback.
Ryback, rounding out the team, my man.
Fucking Bareback.
The muscle.
I hate Bareback so much. So Bareback comes out there, trying to be a John Cena wannabe.
And then, of course, they got to give the Usos the first big elimination by...
I just like how Xavier is like, I got this, guys. I got this, guys.
He's
and so he gets in there, immediately out. Immediately he gets
catch a
knocked
super
out.
kick, then the Uso splash, and you're done. You're out.
And like they're
5 seconds.
They don't even help him.
Well, I mean, they're just like, that's what he does.
I want to help you, but the script says not to help you.
So we're gonna chill out here.
So we're just gonna sit here and. You are a boy though. You still are a boy.
But even after
a real teammate would have helped. Kevin Owens is not a real teammate. He would have helped.
True.
Yeah. So Xavier is the first one out.
Aside from that like opening kind of quick elimination, the rest of the match was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Surprisingly, the Usos don't really seem like they lost a step or anything. They really feel like they picked up right where they left off.
I've seen a couple of them on occasion with you guys.
Yeah.
They look the same as they did before.
Which is good.
Except for WrestleMania when he ripped his arm off.
Yeah. It's good for the division that we got them back.
I'm excited to see them back in action again. And their teamwork is just so, like...
Very good.
Their
chemistry is just spot on.
Would they do a tag match that'd work well with the Lucha Dragons?
Ooh.
I'd like to see that.
That would be good. High flyers. Because they're high flyers. And so who was the second one? Was it Kofi? I think it was Kofi.
Yeah.
It was Kofi was the second elimination. So no, Seth Rollins only has Big E and Kevin Owens to the full team of Roman Reigns. But then, of course, Roman Reigns loses the Usos. Like they both go out like with the quick, almost back to back. I think Kevin Owens pop up powerbomb one of them.
Yeah, you got him dirty.
And then that was Ryback came after. Was it the Usos? It was Bareback because he got pedigree.
Yeah,
probably.
And then it was Big E got sent out by Roman Reigns. Probably he got that was Kevin Owens who got Dirty Deeds. It was just a bunch of elimination.
Yeah.
But of course, you knew it would end up Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
At the end.
Yeah.
So aside from that, though, there was a lot of good, like, chemistry between some of the people. Like, Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose had a really good exchange.
I think that should be.
So I'm telling you, that's got to be happening sometime.
I hope
soon.
On SmackDown this week they do something.
And then another really good showing between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens from picking kind of up where they left off last week, just showing again how well they work together. So that could be something we could see in the future also. Even though you don't like Kevin Owens.
He's good. He'll grow. He's someone who'll grow on you.
No, he's somebody that grows.
So shit. That Like, I think Roman Reigns won it, didn't he?
Well, they won by disqualification.
Oh, the chair, yes.
Seth tried to weasel his way out, but
like
Roman and Dean were
trying to run
it.
away. 5 minutes of him trying to run away.
How well do you think they scripted it that Seth Rollins had jumped over the barrier and his legs in the air, and they were both able to grab him before he actually fell over, and they had to freestyle from there. But how well do you think that worked that well?
Good chemistry to them.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, all right, I'm gonna punch you. You'd be like, fall back, and I'm gonna run and try to get over this barrier, and you're able to grab me twice and get me back over.
It's just good communication. Yeah. They've worked together for so long now. Yeah. It's almost second nature to them. You know,
I don't like wrestling at all. I still hate.
They were in NXT together, all 3 of them.
They
practiced like One Direction.
Yeah.
And then after NXT, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna take you 3 guys and put you in a faction."
So they literally are One Direction.
Shield.
Pretty much.
And so for 2 years, they were all like together.
Like
and then even now, it was like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, or then Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, or then Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose again. Now it's Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I'm just waiting for Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
That's the match that I want to see personally.
I'm waiting for. That would be dope for Roman Reigns to win it, the belt. And then Dean Ambrose
get jealous.
Start going at it like Royal Rumble and Fastlane if they do Fastlane next year.
I want to see a 2v1 Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns.
And then WrestleMania of next year for the belt, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins.
And a triple threat for the I would like that. That would be pretty good.
That would be amazing.
I'd love that.
Like it'll be full circle because these guys are the next generation. It's like The Rock, Stone Cold, and Triple H.
Yeah, the triple triangle. Yeah. It's not a circle.
If there's 3. But...
What is the SpongeBob thing?
It's not
this.
It's not this.
It's this.
But originally it was a circle.
Yeah.
You know when he makes a circle, I'm like... there's a straight line in the circle.
It's an oval.
What are you doing? No, there's a straight line when he makes it. Why are there straight lines?
What kind of shape is that? You made a half moon?
A circle.
Alright.
But it was alright, Raw.
Overall, it was a pretty good Raw.
It was interesting.
I like how they're starting to incorporate new type of matches instead of just like, we'll throw these people who are in a feud together in a tag match and let them do whatever. It seems like they're listening to what the fans want.
Vince McMahon is literally scoping out us and listening to us.
I really don't think so.
Probably not.
I really don't think
he's taking notes right now. When he watches he's taking notes.
And I think in the long run, it's really going to help out their ratings.
I really don't think he has anything to do with anything that's going on in wrestling.
Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
I mean, everything. he makes the big decisions, but probably not mine.
I mean, they got writers, and most of the writers do, but if there's a big change, especially with the world, if their championship changes, he's involved.
Well, yeah, but
if it's like the Lucha Dragons versus Barrett and Sheamus, why would he be like, no, we're not doing this? No, he doesn't care.
What I don't get is, like, I've seen, like, YouTube videos and stuff. I guess I've maybe only been shown or cherry-picked things, but it's like, it seems like old wrestling, like, when you girls watched it, people were talking to the mic all the time, talking trash and, like, all kinds of weird promotional stuff, and just dudes yelling on the microphone. I don't see any of this ever. Like in wrestling, like just there's no talking. It's just punch, wrestling. Like it gets really boring.
Well, there's a promo.
Really boring.
It could. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of people who can carry those kind of segments these days.
I don't see obviously it must be really difficult to do it, but it's just like, why are there so many people that can't do it?
It's a good question.
Because
before
not everybody's made for it.
But it seemed like when you guys watch wrestling, it was just like dudes talking all the time. Everybody was talking. What changed from then to now?
I would probably say training. Right now, like back then, you had a lot of training to get into it. And before then, Vince made it clear. He's like, I want everything out of you. It's not going to be scripted. I want you guys to go out there, be yourself. Just say whatever you want on the mic. You had a guy, Val Venus, was a porn star, goes out there and literally like He came out there with a towel. Just a towel.
There's also a lot of things that they can get away with character-wise back then.
Now you can't do that. Like
they also had a terrorist character they were trying to make that they stopped at one point that I heard about.
People got really mad about the Zeb and the All-Americans.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Then those the All-American rejects.
Whatever they were.
Yeah, because it's so much harder these days because you have to fit in a guideline now.
Yeah,
back then, wrestling wasn't huge, so I mean big, but in this not in the scope of what it is now or like it was in the 80s. You can get away with a lot of shit. That's why you used to see like a lot of like man on woman violence and shit back then. They were
also fighting against. There's no competition right now. Their only competition is TNA, Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor. Japan's indie circuit.
That's pretty much it, and that's a good point too. That they don't have to go all out because people are still gonna watch because they're pretty much the only game in town. Right.
So this is why I'm not seeing a big bald redneck beating a black man in a grocery store, making him white by pouring milk and flour on him.
Pretty much.
And throwing tampons.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's not any competition. Back then. There's nothing. The only
WCW killed WWE for the years.
For the longest time.
They were just doing better. If you watch WCW, you're just like.
Is that different than TNA?
Yeah. You mean.
WCW, TNA, and WWE, are those all different things?
Yeah.
Oh, there were 3.
WCW, well, TNA wasn't back then.
Oh.
TNA was Jeff Jarrett's. Jeff Jarrett was with WWE, and then he got pissed off at Vince. He always came out there with like a guitar, and he beat the shit out of people with guitar.
Yeah.
And then he just got pissed at
Pete
Vince.
Townsend.
He's like, I'm going to make my own wrestling thing. And so he did. And it was actually pretty big through 2000, 2010.
It got some pretty significant
He had Kurt Angle,
play.
Sting, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. He had a bunch of big name players in there. And then it just kind of because everyone who left WWE went to TNA.
But they just didn't have, the fan power, the exposure to
They didn't do live.
Yeah.
That was one thing they didn't do was they didn't do live. Everything was taped. It's like SmackDown. And if you do tape stuff, it's like SmackDown that's just you kind of know what's going to happen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had Twitter back then.
Yeah. And then even with TNA, because they were short on money, what they used to do is film like 4 or 5 episodes in one night.
Yeah.
Like NXT, apparently. That's what I've heard.
No, NXT doesn't do that.
They don't. I don't think they film multiple episodes in one night.
I heard
they do a couple tapings. Like NXT, they tape a couple weeks before now.
Yeah.
Like they're taping like.
They just tape it in the future in advance.
Yeah. Except for
but not at one.
Their live stuff is only takeovers. Yeah. Like the pay-per-views NXT.
And they don't do it very often.
They do it like
once every few months.
Yeah, a couple months. They just had one.
Yeah, but it just feels like super fatiguing to just see dude run in, punch the other dude, kick the other dude, and once that ends, immediately back in and more punching and kicking dudes.
It's getting better. A couple years ago, it was terrible. You had a bad roster with you. It was bad.
They didn't have Kevin Owens, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Like 2010, 2011.
Whatever happened to Rob Van Dam?
Apparently, he's supposed to be coming back soon.
They're trying to get a lot of old wrestlers.
They need to because
they're trying to get Rey Mysterio back.
Yeah,
well, I mean, he's still in jail for killing that.
No, he's. They're trying to get Rey Mysterio back. There's a lot of people old wrestlers that they're trying to get the Hardys back.
Trying to get Hulk Hogan back.
They're trying to get a lot of people back.
They're trying to get Randy Savage back. Ultimate Warrior. Andre.
Who was there? Was someone else? I just read that they were in talks with.
Chris Benoit.
Benoit.
Yeah.
Drag him from the depths of hell.
Guerrero.
Eddie.
But it's just a different time right now. It's just they have no competition. You can't do.
But that's what's gonna force them to put out a good product. I think this is the perfect time for John Cena to be gone.
Oh, I think it's the perfect time for us to start a federation.
And that's what everyone's trying to do. They're trying to grab for the number 1 spot.
That's good. That's what they need. They need their top guy to be gone, and that way, that way they can say, okay, now we have to push these guys. We can't rely on John Cena to carry the entire company.
Well, Vince is also mad right now because
his burritos aren't burritos anymore.
Because ratings have been going down like
significantly.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost every week.
Reviews, ratings, and SmackDown's doing terrible.
Is that the one that's on Thursday?
Yeah, and it's taped because they're going to do it tomorrow night. Every Tuesday night they do SmackDown, and then they bring it out. It's taped, which is what they're thinking they're not going to do next year because next year it goes to USA, not Sci-Fi.
Sure.
So they're going to try to make it live.
Thursday.
But they make it live, they're going to have to be doing a Monday night show and then Tuesday night, which is going to be so weird.
Unless they want to just film on the Thursday.
I don't know why they don't do that, but then they said they want to be close to where they're at.
Yeah, I mean...
Because if you're at one spot on Monday, Tuesday, you're going to be going to the city next over. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's got people's day off. But wrestlers have day offs. Some wrestlers have day off. Some of them still have to go do dark shows, do house shows.
Sure. I don't know what house shows are, but
house shows.
Those are just basically like live tours, basically.
It's like
things that aren't televised.
Yeah, they're not televised. They just come here. It's just like same matches you see. Like Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose fought over like 100 times.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like it's a promotional.
But
thing,
it's only much. Really like they've really only technically fought on live TV or taped shows. What about not even 20?
Yeah.
But they did a bunch of dark shows.
I just still don't. Back to my original point is I still don't get it. Why is there no talking? Like nobody says anything. Nobody's like, you suck a whole bunch, and your mother is a bad lady. She raised you poorly.
Do you notice who's been talking a lot more?
No.
People from NXT.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about wrestling. I'm not Daniel.
Well, I'm saying there's so many guidelines now. They can't just say whatever. It's not everybody's going to be able to be like, okay, here's what I can say, here's what I can't say in your mind.
Make up an insult like jabroni.
I mean, only some people can do that. Not everybody's talented like that.
The writers can make them up.
They can, but even then the person who's saying it still has to have the charisma to be able to go out there and sell what's actually
written. Who is able to talk right now? Who's really good?
Seth Rollins is really good.
Kevin Owens is not really good.
Dean Ambrose is pretty good.
Kevin Owens is good.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt goes kind of
New Day is the best, though.
New Day is very, very good.
Who can New Day... Xavier Woods is the best on the mic from New Day. Kofi, I think, is the worst.
Easy. Yeah, Kofi's the worst.
Big E's pretty alright.
It goes...
Because Kofi's boring. He doesn't have anything.
Kofi, Big E.
Yeah, Xavier's obviously the best.
Kofi is amazing on the mic.
Who can Xavier start a beef with that's also able to talk trash?
Paul Heyman. I'd like to see a Xavier Woods versus Paul Heyman rap battle. Can we make that happen somehow?
So this is a rap on us. So now
it is now.
Wow.
It is now.
Paul Heyman is probably one of the best.
Well, I meant just like, then they can start a feud with somebody so that there's an actual battle. So they have
that would never. You can't do fucking New Day against Brock Lesnar. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah. But I mean, like, who else can talk on the mic that can fend for themselves?
I mean, Dean Ambrose, possibly. Mm-hmm. Maybe out of all of those people.
So do you think Xavier would talk for Kofi to set up a beef? It's saying how awesome they're all together.
It would be a group effort between the three. That's kind of how their dynamic works. It's not like one person speaks for the group.
But I mean, the thing is, all three of them are there, and they're just, hype men. Kofi's just standing like this in the corner. Big E's like, yo, dog.
Daniel Bryan's pretty good.
He's really
Daniel Bryan's pretty good.
He's really good on the mic.
Say that. Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler's good on the mic. Miz is good on the mic.
So do you think Kofi would be a good match for Dolph Ziggler for them to actually,
They have similar styles, so it could be cool.
Like they actually get mad at each other about something, so it makes it seems like they're mad about something.
They've fought before. Like half the people there fought each other before.
Well, there's like 10 people that wrestle, and they do the same dudes every day, all day.
That's the good thing about NXT, though. It's a breeding ground for new talent.
People keep getting up there. Keep getting promoted to the roster, which is nice. But I guess that's all the wrestling for tonight, guys.
Sure.
I know your brain is just like, oh my god.
No, it just left a while ago.
It's like it's been gone. Your head.
Yeah.
God, all right. Thank you for watching the Turnbuckle.
I thought you were going to say something terrible.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, here it comes. Bad on the mic.
I mean, I can say something terrible if you guys want me to.
Yeah, go.
I
Three,
thought you were going to say.
2, 1.
See you next time.
That's it.
That is actually pretty terrible.
That was pretty bad.
They're going to be stuck seeing another one.
That was pretty bad.
Remember to comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe. New shit. Share it with your friends.
Friends.
Next,
not new friends.
No new friends.
No new friends.
Next time that we're here, we'll probably have Daniel back, unfortunately. But always great to have the outsider plug in with us whenever we can. Yeah. Definitely brings a fresh take. Anything else? Yeah.
Let's show off Roman Reigns' mic skills sometime. Maybe not tonight, but
Roman?
Yeah. You said he's pretty bad, so we can give him practice.
I mean, he's more of the strong, silent type.
Yeah.
Just look at him.
I really don't want it. It's like creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy back there sometimes.
His face kind of creeps you out a little bit. Looks like he's going to lick his lips or something. It really does kind of weird me out a little bit.
His hair is still mega wet, even in that billboard.
Unsafe.